Hey everyone, welcome to the video. I'm going to talk about the patch 13.23 notes. It's a pretty short patch, not too many changes, honestly. This is kind of just small adjustments to the end of the season before season 14 where, they're going to remove mythics and change the whole map. So this is just very small QoLs for champions that they think they want to change and balance it out. Get right into it. They did the right ID change where now you can just name change your name to whatever you want, really. And just have a different hashtag. So you see my old account was named Metro, it's now just named music with hashtag 0003. So it's pretty nice. If you want, you can name change every 90 days for free, I'm pretty sure. They're changing his 0, they're giving him more on it W damage now, primary target, which is a pretty good buff for his scaling because he goes natural suits lots of times, and this also enables Lich Bane. So they did nerf a bit of his base AP and damage, but they did buff the on the damage for natural student, Lich Bane, stuff like that, as you can see. So this is kind of nice for arena because you can go on it as 0, but still a buff for natural student 0 and scaling wise on the normal rift. Briar nerfs, nerfing her base health by 20 again, and nerfing her W damage, which is pretty good. The champ is so toxic when she goes lethality, so I think these changes are not bad. They need to balance her out somehow, but I'm pretty sure they want her to be a bruiser, and they just don't like that assassin, like Duskblade Collector Briar is working. So yeah, deserve nerf because the win rate is also pretty high. This is nice for Draven. His ult will always go back to him even if he dies. It's a nice QoL. Janna buffs because they didn't exactly like how she's feeling after the buff. Seems like they wanted to make her a bit stronger early, but scale a bit less. W cooldown down. W range is targeting is just up from center to touch to edge, so this is kind of good. See, it's better against large targets while being neutral against smart targets, so it's a buff for W and the cooldown. Our cooldown down by 20 flat each level, also pretty good. Because I don't think she's in a very good spot. I feel like they're just better enchanters than her. Janna's whole identity, as I keep on saying, is just to win lane and then, peel. She's not a champ that loses lane. You can't lose lane with her. She needs to snowball early game and then peel later. She's a really good disengaged champ, so. Jarvan nerfs, they're nerfing his base CD by 2 at max rank, which is pretty big. 2 seconds nerf is huge on max rank. Later on, even though you go CDR, it's still going to affect how many EQs they're going to do throughout fights. So I think the champ is still going to be good in this patch, but not as OP. He'll still be relevant into immobile champs, because his Cataclysm is so good to lock down people who don't have dashes or flashes. So there's that. Cassandra nerfs now. These Cassandra nerfs nerf his early game, but he's still kind of the same later on in the game, right? His damage is like mana cost on Q and up, which is good. His damage is going down on Q. His W is just a bug fix with Hex Flash. That was a bug, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, whatever, it was a bug. E shield seemed to have gone up by a bit, but less scaling and bonus health. Doesn't matter too much, because I think that's like his related max's last, if I'm not mistaken. All out. Now, this is a big nerf because this is 15% passive bonus damage gone at level 6. So this starts scaling linearly with levels, right? Instead of each level. But, level 18 is 3%, but it doesn't really matter anymore because at 16 it's like not 75 yet. So this is just a nerf to his all out bonus damage. Much weaker early game, but still scales well. Bonus attack damage is also down by 5 base, seems like. So these are good nerfs. I've seen Cassandra in this patch already a few times, and he didn't seem as OP as he was, as like less oppressive, but still a good champion overall, because he'll always do what he does to just hijack someone to the other side of a team fight and just kill them later on in the game, right? So that's his identity, and he's very beefy still. Passive packmate damage decreased. They nerfed her a bit, seems like. Attack damage from packmates are down by a bit. E damage is also down, just a base. And maximum damage is also down by base. They seem like she's a bit strong. I feel like a good new Fury is very annoying to deal with. The problem is this champion has a high skill ceiling, so a lot of the times you won't see that happening. So that's why they seem to nerf her, because the good new Fury seem to be very hard to deal with. And that's what I usually feel about this champion as well. These Riven buffs don't make sense. I think the champ is really strong. They buffed her base AD on Q by like the percentage ratio by 5, and their ult by 5. I mean, this seems pretty scary because a good Riven can just take over a game in my opinion. I feel like the champ doesn't necessarily have mad matchups if she plays it well, except maybe Renekton, but she can play around that and outscale. And with the Hydra changes on PB, I mean, that champ's going to be really, really strong next season. So we'll see what they do. Probably she's going to be on Right's radar. Attack damage growth up by 1. Base man on Q down. This is just top lane buffs for Trundle. Scales better with Triforce because the attack damage growth is up. This is just Trundle top buffs. Doesn't really do anything to jungle. And it's him being jungle right now is not really a thing because his clear is really not that good. I feel like he's just a counter pick to Sejuani or something like that usually. Vel'Koz, they nerfed his... Sorry, they buffed his turret stack damage on passive by a bit. And the ratio, I mean, interesting. We'll see how that affects him. I think it's a good buff because he's kind of not played much. I feel like he's a hidden control mage, but he's not OP, but he's definitely good if you know how to play him. Base attack damage up by 1. Don't know what this means. They nerfed his AP by 10 magic damage on Q, and they buffed him, like nerfed the mascots by 15 and 4 seconds early. That's a lot. This is really a lot because I'm pretty sure this is what you max last, so having the cooldown scale like this, 24 or 4 seconds, is really long early game, especially if you're playing to siege a turret with Herald, you know? So that's a good change. This is a really big change where turret gold adjustment has been changed. Now you get local gold more than global gold, meaning that if you are in that area, you'll get way more gold and resources rather than being on the map. So being a part of that play will help you gain lots of gold. And they gave T2s and T3s more gold, right? Side lane is now up, but global is down. It's unchanged overall, but inhibitor gold now gives 375 instead of 50. So this is a big change. An inhibitor turret now gives a lot of gold. So taking that is pretty good. It's not like, oh, we just opened an inhib. You actually get some gold from it, so that's not too bad. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Overall, small patch. I would say Briar nerfs are good, Jera nerfs are good. You know, these are just QLs mostly, and they're trying to balance out the meta in some changes. Especially the Cassandra nerf was... It's about time. So, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty short patch because tree season is about to come. You're going to have season 14 in like a month and a bit. So that's when all of the major changes are going to happen. And lots of changes every 2 weeks are going to happen. How they're going to balance out the game. Yeah, but if you have any questions, just comment below and I'll answer them gladly. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It's much appreciated. And thank you for watching, guys. Bye.